So, thank you, blessings, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amina, and I am the Struggling Gardener. And in today's video, I will be showing you guys what seeds I have started and what my intentions are moving forward for my spring and fall gardening. All right, come with me. So, come grow with me on my patio. So, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amina, and I'm the Struggling Gardener, and I'm located here in Eastern North Carolina, Zone 8A. And today I will be talking about the seeds that I have started and my intentions moving forward for this spring and fall, spring and summer gardening. And Amina, and I'm the Struggling Gardener, and I'm located here in Eastern North Carolina, Zone 8A. And today I will be talking about the seeds that I have started and my intentions moving forward for this spring and fall, spring and summer gardening. And a little bit of uh, let's say late winter. I'm trying for because I do have some onions that I want to get in. Hopefully, I can harvest by March, April. So if you're new to this channel, I'll tell you a little bit about my backstory. I moved here. I live here in Eastern North Carolina. I moved here from New York, New Jersey, three now going on 4 years, and I started gardening last year. And the reason why I started gardening was because I juice. I juice a lot. I have a juice business. But when I moved here, I was just juicing and I wanted to try to grow my own produce. So with that being said, I started out doing potatoes. I did cucumber. I tried strawberries. I knew nothing about fertilizer. I did watch a couple of YouTube videos. So I believe my first produce that I tried growing was the potato. I used an Amazon box. I bought a bag of soil, put the potatoes in it, and I put it out on my back patio, and I just let nature take its course. What else did I try? I tried strawberries. So I did use the store-bought strawberries because I saw a video where someone says if you slice the um the skin of the strawberries and plant it, you can grow. And I did do that, and I noticed that it started to grow. However, I didn't have a lot of knowledge about it, so I think I ended up getting rid of it. What else did I do? I did cucumbers. I was not successful. By the time I started doing cucumbers, I was more into the research. So I was learning about bone meal. I was learning about blood meal and granulated balanced fertilizer and fish fertilizer. So with that being said, I think that my struggling Um, me struggling in a garden had a lot, I think it had a lot to do with the weather here. It's funny because when I first moved here, I I remember the summers being rainy, like it rained all the time. It rained all the time. And then the summer that I started to garden, there was no rain. It was super hot. Like it was bad. The summer was bad. My patio does not have a cover, so it collects a lot of sun. I wasn't familiar with the shading, so in my mind, your plants need sun. I was giving it sun. Um, but then as I started to research and learn more, I learned that yes, your plants need sun. However, you don't want it to have too much exposure. So you want to shade it when necessary. So I said that now that this is my second year going into gardening, I'm a lot more, I'm more knowledgeable. I won't say a lot more, but I'm more knowledgeable than I was last year. So I'm intend to be very intentional. I'm only growing what I consume. I'm a single mom. I have 3 boys, and a lot of the things that I'm growing will really be consumed by me. My kids too, but mostly by me. So I won't have a lot that I need to grow, but I do still want to get a good production. So this is what I have started so far. I'll show you the seeds and then I'll show you my little setup. Also, I am growing in a small space, so I have to be mindful of how I utilize my space and how many seeds I start because I have a small space. So I'm growing thyme. I got this from from my local nursery. The time. I will say that with my experience, the seeds that I've purchased, because I've purchased seeds from my nursery, from the big box store, I've ordered some online, and what I will say is that the seeds from my local nursery, they give you a substantial amount of seeds for a small price. So this right here is thyme. The price was $1.25. And look how many seeds you get. It's crazy. Um, Purchasing time. I had purchased time also from the big box store, and I think I paid like 179, and I'm not even getting as many seeds uh from there. So, check with your local nursery, and you might get more for your buck. I've started sweet peppers. I've ordered these from Amazon. I mean, not sweet peppers, those are banana peppers. I have sweet peppers, some kale from my local nursery. This was $1.25 as well. And look how much, this is what I mean. Look how many seeds you're getting. Look at that. Look, you can't even see the bottom because that's how many seeds that you're getting. Swiss chard, some red cabbage. I might be a little bit too late, but I'm trying it anyway. Some broccoli, some lettuce mesclun. I'm doing celery again. I had this celery last year, and I will say that I was successful with the celery. What I did do with the celery that I'm doing differently this year is I had direct sold it into a pot, and then I later separated them. But this time I'm putting them in the individual cells, so we'll see. I have the yellow sweet Spanish onion, and I have bunching onion, and I did the white eclipse onion. So these are the onions that I like and prefer to cook with. So this is what I'm growing. All right. So let me show you. Oh, and also, um, I started my seed with the Happy Frog, and this is the small bag. This is not the big bag. Um, I hear people say that it's pretty costly. I will say, for me at my local nursery, this is where I purchased it. This was $7.99 for the small bag. The bigger bag, which I believe is might be 2 cubic feet, is $16.99. You know, I did start. So I started using when I first started gardening. I was using Miracle Grow. Um, I hear some things about Miracle Grow, but what I noticed the difference with the Happy Frog and the Miracle Grow are the amount of organic matter that they put into the soil. It's not as many sticks, it's more airflow, it's lighter, it's fluffier, it's not too much compost. Because I believe they put compost, mix the compost with the Miracle Grow because it's heavy. It's very heavy soil. Um, so I don't know if that could have had something to do with my production as well. I did notice that when I switched up I was getting a little more production, but that was later on, like around August when the weather started cooling down. All right, enough of me babbling. Let me show you what I have set up. Okay, so I'm basically using my table for my setup until I'm able to get me a little greenhouse that I do have space in my bedroom. So I'm thinking about setting up just something small just so that I can stack them to utilize my space and create more space. So basically I'm using clips. I have these grow lights that I ordered from Walmart. I believe it was $16.99. I have this little fan. So here I have the bunch and onion. So what I did was, this is broccoli that I had up potted. No, I'm sorry, kale that I had up potted from the green cell because I started them in the green cell and they were very leggy. So I up potted it. So my strategy is whichever seedlings become very leggy or mature a little fast, I'm going to up pot it, and then I am going to start the newer seeds in the empty cells that I transplant from whatever seedlings I did. So for example, this broccoli, I just up potted this morning because they were very leggy. So now I buried and I have some free space here, and I still have some seedlings that's still coming up here. So this is broccoli and I have some empty spaces here. I have some marigolds coming, so I'm going to fill these 3 cells with some marigolds. I started some nasturtiums. So my nasturtiums are these top 3. And then I have some zinnias here. I have the yellow sweet onion. So I have the mat on here because these seeds require some heat for germination. I have some lemon basil that I started. I love basil. I have here the onions. I have the banana peppers and the sweet pepper. I have the thyme, the lettuce, the cilantro. I have a spinach here. So I had all these cells were spinach, but only one produced. But then I thought about it, what are you doing with all these spinaches? You have lettuce, you have kale, you know. So I just kept this one that was doing well, and I replaced these 2 with some chard. I'm only doing 2 plants of the chard because, like I said, I grew chard last summer and it went well with just 1 plant that I was constantly harvesting from. So I only need 2 because as you harvest, it'll keep producing. I don't need a lot of plants. Also, I'm utilizing my small space. So this is the celery. As I mentioned earlier, I put them in individual cells so you can see that some have started to sprout and you have some more, you can see, germinating. I believe celery does not mind their roots being disturbed because I did separate them as they matured. If you watch my previous videos, you'll see that video where I separated them and it did well. I harvested really well with the celery. I do have some strawberries here. So with these strawberries, I had to do the stratification, which was put them in the freezer. I have them here, so we'll see. This is my first time doing strawberry, so we'll see. This is the broccoli, as mentioned before. I have started some black cherry tomatoes, and then I have the red cabbage, which has yet to germinate, so I am keeping my eye out on that. I seeded those on 12/11. However, I didn't get any germination, so I just reseeded them. So we will see. So I'm okay if the cabbage does not germinate. If I get it, fine. If I don't, I have plenty other crops that I can start. So I am using, right now my intentions is to use the 3 GreenStalks and my grow bags. What I am doing differently this year. So what I am doing differently this year is I am moving up from the 5-gallon containers to, and I will be using the 7 gallons, and I am going to get me some 10 gallons. Why? Because I want to maximize my production. What I'm learning, the bigger the bag, the more production you'll get from your plant. So instead of having so many 5-gallon pots, I'm going to do the 10-gallon, and I'm going to, okay, let me start out with my setup. So my setup is going to be, let's see, I am going to use the GreenStalks for my strawberries and my flowers. Oh, I ordered this Golden Log Book and Planner from Amazon. It's not the best, but it's helping me a little bit. It has the calendar. It has pages where you can keep notes, a plant log of when you started, what you started. You can make notes when you fertilize. And then in the back, it has note pages. You can take notes. Okay. So my intentions in my GreenStalks, my first GreenStalk, I'm going to use strawberries and flowers. My second GreenStalk is going to be for my root crops because I want to do carrots and I want to do beets. And then my third, I have it set here for herbs and cool flowers, but I think that I'm going to replace those herbs with something else when the time comes, because my herbs, I can basically use these little small ones. That way I can use the GreenStalk for something else. And also I have Dollar Tree planters that I can also put my herbs in to help with that because they don't take up a lot of space. And in my grow bags, so my grow bags are going to be for my tomato plants. They're going to be for my potatoes. Oh my gosh. They're going to, I thought it wasn't recording. I thought I was sitting here talking to myself. All right, so but we are recording. My cucumbers, my potatoes, my tomatoes. I'm going to be doing eggplants. I like eggplants. I'm also going to do sunflower. So with the sunflower, I'm going to put that in a 7 or maybe 10-gallon grow bag. And what I'm learning is that the sunflower, so I'm going to have it arranged where I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put my GreenStalks in the front. And then I'm going to basically surround the edges of my patio with grow bags. And in the back are going to be my taller plants like my sunflower. We'll see about the tomatoes, but this is what I'm planning in my head. I don't know yet. So when I start to get out there and do everything, it may change. But this is the blueprint for now. Let's see. So I intend to have 7 grow bags and the 3 GreenStalks. Now I'm saying 3 GreenStalks for now because that is what I have. But if GreenStalk comes out with another sale that is feasible for me, I may end up getting 1 or 2 more. But 5 is the max. 5 is the max that I would do because I do have to take into consideration that they have to be filled with soil. So if you are new to gardening and you have a small space and you like the GreenStalks, take into mind that it does require you to use a substantial amount of soil. So I plant in the 3 tier. I don't need the 7 tier. I'm okay with the 3 tier if it's my small space. And I'm recycling my soil to help me save money. So you can do that as well. In the beginning, you may have to, put a little investment into your garden, but as you grow, you'll learn little knacks of how to save and learn from, your beginning mistakes so that, you can, profess in what you love to do. All right, people. So what I have here, I do not have a water spray bottle, but I do have my water bottles. This one has fish fertilizer in it, and this is just regular water. I added fish fertilizer so that when my seedlings mature enough, I can start fertilizing it with some fish fertilizer, which is high in nitrogen. In the early stages of your plants, it does need some nitrogen. I will be sprinkling some worm castings in the soil, just to help with that root development. Um, what I did was I used a push pin. Let me show you. And I just basically poked the hole. You can use anything with a sharp, a safety pin, and you just poke the hole on the top. If you don't have a water bottle and you want to kind of spritz your plant. So when you do that, it puts a little bit of holes and voila. You know, you got a little sprinkler system. So that is what I am doing. As you can see, I have this marker, and I learned from Nadia that this works great outside. It does not smudge. I did have a lot of smudging where I was labeling, and then the rain, as I'm watering, it would smudge away. I had no idea what I was growing. I'd have to wait until it got mature for me to say, oh, okay, I think that's that. I think that's that. So this year, like I said, I'm moving to be very intentional, labeling, dating, just keeping track of everything, fertilizing on a schedule, so that this year, God willing, I can have a successful harvest. What else? Am I missing anything? I think that is it. So, thank you for watching my video. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you're returning, thank you again for coming back and supporting my channel. And until my next video, peace and blessings, guys, and I'll see you next time.